May I come in, sir?
Yes, coming.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please take your seat. Prajnanandan Giri.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about yourselves.
Sir, my name is Prajnanandan Giri. I am from Mayurbhanj, Odisha, and I did my integrated MSc in chemistry from National Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhubaneswar. And then I am preparing from civil service. I am preparing for civil service for last 4 years, and meanwhile I joined in Odisha Administrative Service. And for last 2 months I am posted as Deputy Collector in Bargarh district of Odisha.
Which district?
Bargarh, sir.
Bargarh.
Yes, sir.
So, then what is you have done your integrated MSc from National Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhubaneswar. And also mentioned Homi Bhabha National Institute, that is the...
So that is the university, sir.
It is a university.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about the contribution of Dr. Homi Bhabha?
Yes, sir. Sir, Homi Bhabha was a nuclear physicist, and he played a great role in India's nuclear energy program. So he gave this 3-stage nuclear program for energy generation, and that was his major role. Also, he was the first founder director of TIFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and he was also first chairman of Atomic Energy Commission, and he has also a great role in foundation of ISRO also.
Okay, you tell me, there is any difference between atomic energy and nuclear energy?
No, sir, it's the same.
It is the same.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the contribution of nuclear energy in our power generation in our country?
So it's around 2%.
Why it is so low? It is supposed to be fossil fuel free energy, yes, without adding any pollution to the environment.
Yes, sir.
Still we are only 2%, while in other European countries and other countries it is major source of energy. Why we are not able to exploit it fully?
So the major reason is that India doesn't have uranium reserves, and so it is mostly dependent on import, and India is also not part of nuclear suppliers group, so it is difficult to get uranium in that scale. Also, sir, the development rate is also slow. So till now we should have reached the 3rd stage of nuclear generation. That is, but till now we are still in first stage. So that is the main reason that we did not focus much on nuclear energy program. Also, the safety aspects is there, so
okay,
that's why.
What is the difference between nuclear fusion and nuclear fission? Fusion and fission.
Yes,
what is the difference between the two?
Yes, sir. Nuclear fission is like breaking a larger molecule to smaller molecules and generation of energy from that. And fusion is 2 small molecules combined into a larger molecule and energy generated. For example, sir, in fission, like the fissile materials like uranium, plutonium, that breaks down into smaller molecules and it gets the energy generation is there. But in fusion, generally 2 hydrogen molecules are combined to get helium. And we get energy. So that is that the fusion process is the region the sun gets energy.
Okay. Now you are working in Odisha Administrative Services as Deputy Collector.
Yes, sir.
So, as a role of, what is your role as Deputy Collector?
So currently I am, there are different sections in Collectorate. So I have been given this emergency section and one account section, sir.
Okay, you tell me, what are the 3 strengths of Odisha and 3 challenges for Odisha?
Yes, 3 strengths. So the first strength will be to be a disaster resilient state, to fight with disasters. Odisha has made a remarkable progress in that.
Okay, one.
Yeah. Secondly, sir, Odisha's natural reserves, the mines, that is, and third, sir, Odisha's this tribal population. I think that is one of the strengths of it, and their traditional knowledge. So these are 3 aspects of strength.
3 challenges.
3 challenges, sir. For a long time, Odisha has been poverty stricken, and in that case, poverty is one of the major challenges. Secondly, sir, the level of infrastructure is low, and the connectivity aspect is low. So that is second challenges. And third, the disaster is itself a challenge. The floods, the cyclones, and the droughts in western part. So that is the challenges.
So in the district where you are posted, which of these challenges you face?
The drought challenge is there, sir. It is in the western part.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening. I'll call you Giri. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing your first name. Prajnanandan. Yeah. So you studied a lot of science and research. How are you going to use this knowledge and your study in your job as a district collector?
I studied chemistry as a major, so chemistry doesn't have direct such application in administration. But what I learned in during my research of 2 years in fourth year and fifth year, so I have learned about how to handle with failure and how to deal with the different challenges and the problem solving attitude of research that is within me. So I can use that part in my career.
Anything else?
And also, ma'am, if you see, I know the problems of research. So if I get into the education sector or this research sector, then in administrative wise, I can do better, I think.
Okay, I take your answer. Yeah. And what is Orissa famous for? Apart from some of the things that you mentioned as challenges, but also the strengths and opportunities in Orissa.
Opportunities of
Yeah.
development.
I leave that to you.
Yes, ma'am. Odisha has a great opportunity in tourism sector. So it has great coastline. There are many natural parks like Similipal National Parks and Mitarganika sanctuaries. While it is rich in wildlife, similarly there is this diverse tribal population. So that is also one of the tourism aspects is there, and there is a huge scope for industrialization also because it has a large coal reserve, iron reserves, and bauxite reserves, and it has also a port. So export potential is also there.
So great opportunities, right? Is it really living up to that? Is it capitalizing or realizing its full potential, and where are the gaps? What can be done better?
Yes, ma'am. In recent past, in last 5 or 10 years, Odisha has been progressing a lot. So it is focusing on these aspects also. Like infrastructure-wise, we have this Biju Express program. So developing national highways. There are now around 5 functional airports in Odisha. So in that way, also there is new ports is coming up there in Subarnarekha, that Subarnarekha mouth, and Dhamara is another port. So there will be 3 ports in Odisha. So yes, ma'am. So the works are going on.
Any governance challenges?
Governance challenges mainly in tribal aspect. The demand of tribals are different, so in that aspect there is challenges for governance.
So diversity, inclusion,
Yes, ma'am.
equality. Yeah. Is it doing better?
Inclusion wise, yes, ma'am, it is doing better in terms of tribal development and also this poverty elevation. Now the in multidimensional poverty index, Odisha has been doing great, and the poverty percentage has been below 15% now. And yes, ma'am. So
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Prajnanandan Giri.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, that's the correct way to pronounce it, I guess. Before I start with, I actually intend to ask you on some international affairs, but let me come back to a question on uranium. Do you really think there's a shortage of uranium? Because we had the nuclear suppliers group exemption in 2008. Now we're in 2024, and we don't need to be a member of NSG. We can buy as much uranium as we want. In fact, countries are desperate to sell to us. So why do you say that uranium is holding back power generation or holding India's nuclear program back?
Yes, sir. So, like, if we are part of NS nuclear supply group, then the supply will be more, I think.
No, it's not correct. We have got the exemption, so we can buy uranium, and that exemption. Joining is for other reasons, whether we join or we don't join, but we have the exemption.
Yes, sir.
So we have a license. We can go and buy as much we want. The countries are approaching us. So why do you think it's a problem? 16 years of nuclear initiative, and this couldn't be the reason. Perhaps there may be other projects may be taking time to implement, right?
Yes, sir. Maybe. Sir.
Yeah, but think about that, whether that is really an issue. You've been to Kazakhstan, right?
No, sir. They came to our institute, so we are part of the organizing team.
Okay. But in any case, did you take the trouble of reading about Kazakhstan or trying to understand Kazakhstan, where it was located? You've done geography also, right?
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell something about Kazakhstan? 2-3 interesting facts.
Yeah. So Kazakhstan is 8th largest country of the world.
Okay.
And it has like huge mineral reserves also, but it is very low in population density. and it has a unique composition. It has ethnically it is a combination of Russian and as well as this Islamic population is there of the Central Asia. So, but both Mongoloid population as well as Russian origin population is there. And apart from this, the landscape is very beautiful there. And yes, sir, so these are few aspects.
Compared with India, size, it's really
It is-
astounding.
Yes, sir.
It's 86% size of India, population 20 million, less than 20 million.
Yes, sir.
Right? Imagine India without anyone. Right. Right. And one last question, totally different. I'll ask you that what do you think is one of India's most famous radio personalities passed away yesterday? You know his name, right? Could you know his name?
Sir, which personality?
Radio personalities.
Radio means?
Radio means radio. Transistor radio. Yeah. Did you read the news?
No, sir.
Yesterday.
This advocate, he passed away. Supreme Court.
He is about in the remembrance.
Okay, but in any case, do you feel radio has a role even today? Prime Minister says Man Ki Baat, he uses the radio, so it may be a common man's kind of entertainment and education device. So, what are your thoughts on the radio? How it might have evolved? How can it function better?
Yes, sir. So today radio is mostly used in the cars, like the FM radio, and not in the houses. So in that case, the radio's utility has been decreased. It has been replaced by the TV also. So yes, sir. So I did not understand the question.
No, I think you answered it well, but whether it's declined or its usage has changed. In fact, you answered it well. That probably because of FM and car, maybe people may be listening in other ways.
Yes.
And news may be more localized because of FM.
Yes.
Yeah. So just that is the question. Thank you.
Hello, Prajnanandan.
Sir.
Tell me, why did Konark fall down?
Yes, so the main temple of the Konark fell down because there was an attack from the Islamic ruler of Bengal. So his name was Kala Pahad or some tell that. So he attacked and he destroyed that main temple.
Okay, and what was the unique feature of the temple pre-destruction?
Yes, pre-destruction, sir, it was one of the largest temple of the world at that time. The main Garbhagriha, that part, and the deity, the Murti, so that is situated in such a way that the first sun rays of every day falls on the foot of that Murti. So that was unique, and there was also, it is said that the Murti was situated in such a way that it was not touching the ground. So by magnetic field, it was situated like the base doesn't touch the floor.
Well, many times we see the wheel of that Konark wheel, the temple chariot wheel, depicted so many places used in advertisements and all. What's so unique about it?
But actually that is actually used as a clock in ancient time. So some experts are there who knows that skill, that they can tell the exact time of the day.
By looking at the wheel. Okay. Aurora borealis. Have you heard of this phenomenon?
Yes, sir. It is in the northern pole. So that green color light is seen there. So that is called aurora borealis. It is because of the interaction of solar storms with Earth's magnetic field.
Okay. Now, recently in your state, the state government requested DRDO not to do trials, testing in February and March. Why?
Yes, sir. Maybe it is due to the olive ridley population. Yes, so olive ridley comes to the Vitarkanika National Park, the Gahirmatha beach, and the Wheeler Island, the APJ Abdul Kalam Island is located just near to that. That may be a reason.
Maybe it is the reason.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you say you want to see sites of cultural significance.
Yes, sir.
Which site has impressed you the most and why?
Sir, I would say the Ladakh as a whole excited me much.
Okay.
Because
What did you find different about Ladakh? I've been to Ladakh, so tell me.
So the landscape is completely different. Then there is this Buddhist heritage is there, and it has similarity with Tibet. So it is completely a different culture as a whole. and
Okay.
the people, their living style is completely different. Like I have seen like some 7-8 houses and there is one village, and the distance between villages is also very huge, and they are living happily there, and their lifestyle is very unique.
Which monasteries did you visit?
I visited Thikse Monastery and Diskit Monastery.
Diskit you visited. Do you find a similarity between Hinduism and...
Yes, sir. Yes, I found lots of similarities.
Tell me about them.
Yes, they follow this Tibetan Buddhism, and the procedures, the rituals, everything is similar to Hinduism, I found. And also the avatars of Buddhas, they have similarity with Hinduism.
Which god or goddess do they look alike with?
Like Tara was one goddess who looked like Kali, Ma Kali. I think.
There are two Taras.
So many times.
No, basically there are two divisions of Taras. So, can you tell me just the two of them?
No, sir.
White Tara, green Tara?
Sir, I am unable to recall.
Okay. That will be all. Thank you so much.
Anyway, chemical engineering, what is the difference between molecular chemistry and, you know that?
Sir, yes,
Can I ask? Molecular chemistry and organic chemistry?
yes, sir. Molecular chemistry can be a subset of organic chemistry, sir.
Okay. How do we differentiate lubricant from other synthetic dyes and dyes, natural dyes? How do we differentiate?
So natural dyes are extracted from the plants, and synthetic dyes are synthesized in lab. And synthetic dyes follow a structure that is found in nature, so they mimic that structure.
Perfume industry, organic chemistry is used a lot.
Yes, sir. Organic chemistry is used.
How much you know about it?
So very little. Like the aromatic compounds are used in synthetic industry.
Okay, that is good enough. Disaster management is a key issue when geographical location of Odisha is taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Because every time cyclone hits. As a collector, sub-collector or collector in coastal district, what would be your plan of action when a warning signal comes from meteorological department?
Yes, sir. So when a warning signal comes, so we get into the second phase where we have to take action. So in that case, first step would be to evacuate the people from their houses to the cyclone shelter centers. So we have these cyclone shelter centers every 25 or 30 kilometers. So we have to shift them there, and we have to arrange for their food and their medicine needs, etc. And we have to arrange medical care for them, for the pregnant women and children. And that is that part. And when this cyclone hit, just after that we have to clear the roads and clear any infrastructure damage is there. So we have to get ready the ODRAF and NDRF teams at that time.
Even the plan of action, something more simultaneously can take place?
Sir, sorry, sir.
While you were shifting the
Yes, sir.
people,
Yes, sir.
any other measures for protective action from the cyclone?
So at that particular point of time,
Nothing can be done.
the impact can be reduced only by saving the lives. But infrastructure wise, we cannot do much immediately.
Okay. Geography, North Pole or South Pole, which excites you more?
Sir, North Pole, sir.
Why?
Because North Pole is a new arena now that it can be used as an alternate sea route from the east side to west side, and there is also this nuclear fueled ice cutter are there now, and in that way they are being developed now, and also it is rich in resources like the petroleum, the Brent crude oil that is coming from that part. In that way, sir.
Antarctica is also captured, colonized.
Yes, sir. Antarctica, different parts of Antarctica has been given to different countries for research. Like India has also a station in this. I am forgetting the name, sir. Dakhin Gangatri or something.
Okay, maritime zones of maritime routes from USA to India.
Yes, sir.
Which are the various routes?
So the commonly used route is through this Gibraltar Channel from USA to Gibraltar Channel, then Suez Canal, Mediterranean Sea, then Suez Canal, then Red Sea, then Gulf of Aden, then to Mumbai. And another route can be from this eastern side, which will be longer, where it starts from, let's say, from Visakhapatnam port to this Malacca Strait, then through South China Sea, then it will go to Pacific Ocean, and then to western part of USA.
After the Red Sea turmoil,
Yes, sir.
what is the route diversion?
Sir, if I am not wrong, it should be the Cape of Good Hope. So that's it. From the
Why
southern
is
part
it
of
called
Africa.
Cape of Good Hope?
Sir,
Is there any hope there?
Sir, I am not sure.
Okay. Any other capes are known? India has also a cape, Cape Cameron,
Cape Cameron, the Indira Gandhi, the Indira Point. Sir.
Indira Point.
No, Cape Cameron is Kanyakumari, sir.
Kanyakumari. Indira Point, where is it?
Indira Point is, sir, in Great Nicobar Island. That is the southernmost point.
Okay.
Okay, Prajnanandan, how do you think your interview was? Just your own assessment?
So, average kind of.
Hmm?
Average, sir.
Average. Why average?
Sir, maybe I could have done better.
Have you given earlier mocks?
Yes, sir. 2 marks I have given.
So what was their feedback?
Like energy level was low in that first mock I have given.
Energy level was low.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So that was first mock. I don't know, sir.
Okay, what else? What suggestion?
And like current affairs, something I was lacking in last mock.
Okay.
And so
You have appeared earlier also for civil service?
yes, sir.
interview?
Last year I have applied.
So what was your score last time?
My score was 154.
154. How was your interview? Any take from away from that interview?
Sir, it was good. I was expecting some 170 to 180 last year, but I got 154.
Okay. Whose board was it?
Chobe sir.
Okay. So anywhere you analyzed where you lacked, you might have lacked.
No, so some mistakes I have done. Like last time I told, they were asking about this extrajudicial killings, and I told human right violation is not good and it is a crime. So they asked what part of IPC is that. So some kind of similar situations happened in some other questions also.
Okay. I think from our side, Prajnanandan, we found you are very articulate, and very looking confident also, not fumbled any time. Wherever you did not know the answer, you rightly said, I don't know, and you escaped from that question. That is very good. You did not try to make any guess. That was good, and keep it up. Don't make any guesses. If you don't know, you don't know. Okay? That is the prime principle. Secondly, always keep your composure, the way you have kept it here, and be short and precise in your answer, to the point. Whatever has been asked, confine your answer to that much. So if somebody member wants to go in further in depth, he can ask another question. And because you are already in service, now you are already in Odisha Administrative Services, so they may little expect from you higher, and especially about your job, your state which you come from, and they may focus more on those areas. Okay. So what you do, when is your interview?
5th March.
So now time is not much, hardly 10 days. So what you do, you just go through the areas which you have mentioned in depth, because that is the expected, that you have yourself filled up, that is your own given by yourself. Yes. So you should know what you have mentioned there. The question outside the depth you may or may not know. That answers you have to think there on the spot itself. For that you need a presence of mind and your background knowledge about the subject.
Sir.
So the depth questions you should be little prepared in advance.
Sir.
That will help you in structuring your answers there on the spot. Like if you keep the points in mind, 1, 2, 3, first point this, second, third, that, or 1 point at a time. 1 or 2 points are sufficient. You need not go much in detail to any question. Okay. First 2 things, important things you must tell. And then if they want to go further, then 3rd, 4th point, if you have in mind, that you can add to that. Okay. Always keep something for your next question if on that subject.
Yes.
Okay. Because the more depth they will go, more chances that you may score high.
Sir.
First level of question normally answered by most of the candidates. But when they ask supplementary questions or go little depth, then they fumble or then they are not able to give the. So they think it is knowledge is only superficial or above one level only. So second and third level, if you clear, then you are in the higher bracket of scoring. So keep that thing in mind, and never try to give any wrong answer if you don't know. That is the prime basic I told you basically. And answers, eye contact you must make with all the members. Like you are in the member who is asking the question, you focus on him or her, but in between give a glance to others also, so that you engage the whole board. Otherwise, they may not give attention to your answers to that extent.
Sir.
Now, if you look at them, they will be involved. Yes, he is also looking. He gave a glance to all of them. Okay.
Sir.
And in the end, last member of the board, when he asks questions, don't take any chance. If you don't know, straight away, because last impression is stuck to their mind.
Yes, sir.
And if you have given very good answer to suppose 4 members in the beginning, last may try to create some trouble for you to keep you, let you make him uncomfortable. So that time they check how you work under pressure, whether you succumb to these type of things. So keep your cool and composure at that time also, and don't fall in their trap. Always try to get out of the area where you have no knowledge or you have very less knowledge. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So these are the basic things which you keep in mind. I'm sure you will make it. And last time you got 150, that is not a very good score.
Yes.
You should be in the bracket of 180, 185, 90, 190.
Sir.
So that you come in the higher 1, 2, 3 choices, first 3 choices.
Sir.
Okay?
Sir.
Anything else from my colleagues if they want to add?
Just very small, I think, would you? No. Very small points. I already spoke to you on Kazakhstan. Yeah, I see that you have put Kazakhstan, so you want to draw attention to Kazakhstan, right? So you should know Kazakhstan, even those 5 points or 4 points well. So I found some deficiencies there, which, see, it's not Russians, the population is not Russian and Muslims, Russian and Kazakhs.
Yes, sir. Kazakh. Yes.
Yeah, it's Kazakhstan, no?
Yes, sir.
Kazakhstan, right? So just remember that people.
Yeah.
Then you also have worked with the nuclear side. It is Kazakhstan is the world's largest producer of
Uranium.
and exporter also.
Yes, sir.
Right? So just remember that, this 4 points is country almost size of India, only 20 million population, largest producer of uranium, Russians, Kazakhs. That's it.
Yes.
So simple.
Yes.
Anything from your side?
वो सेंट्रल एशिया से मुगल्स आए थे,
Yes, sir.
समरकंद एरिया से ना,
Yes, sir.
वो भी देख लेना. See, and your application of chemistry to environment, right?
Sir.
And once you enter, sorry, आप बता दीजिए.
Chemical industry and India's development narrative has a close link. So you should know pharmaceuticals, medicine, vaccine and all, paints, varnish, and wherever we are doing fertilizer, you have PPL, Paradip Phosphate Limited.
Yes.
Whether they are exporting, importing, what is the kind of, what phosphorus fertilizers are used, NPK, all those things. And how it is related to modern agriculture, what is wrong with green agriculture, because you are aspirant for IAS. So I am telling you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
My last point was that when you entered in the room, you wished first to me, you should first wish to the lady member, whosoever is in the board, 1 or 2, wish both of them, then to the chairman, not to everybody, then no to others, that's it. Because it doesn't look nice to say every 10 times, 5 times, good morning, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Once to the lady member and the chairman, if there is all male, only to the chairman, and then no to others. Just look at them and that's it. Okay? And
Yes, sir.
if your shoes are with laces, that would look better
Yes, sir.
if you have. Prefer that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Otherwise, you are well dressed. And that suit is nice.
Whereas my
And give smile in between, yes.
Yeah, I think little more.
It adds
relaxed.
value.
And I think you rated yourself. You said you didn't feel very confident. You didn't do very well. I think you did. So you should remember that I think I'm better than I am.
Yes.
Yeah, to give yourself confidence. You're very good.
All the best.
Good luck. Thank you.
I want you to see your name in the list. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the best.
All the best. Thank you.
So